would be the Hudson River. The Hudson River. I'm headed down to the lowest point on the AT. So this is, I think Saturday, June 30th, 29th, 30th. Crossing the Hudson River. We're supposed to have temperatures up near 100 today. I've already knocked out maybe 6 or 7 miles this morning, and just walked through the zoo back there and up and down Bear Mountain. And now I'm getting a real close look at the Hudson River. Pushing on to the Graymoor Spiritual Center, where they have free camping over there. So I don't know, probably another 7 miles maybe. I'm sure I'll have to walk up that hill there. The section of the AT that I've just completed is the oldest section of the AT. The original section was built from Bear Mountain down to Delaware Water Gap in the 1920s. That's the section I have just completed, and they used that as a blueprint for all the rest of the AT. So last night I got up to the top of West Mountain, up where the shelter trail is. The trail goes back, I don't know, more than half a mile back to the shelter. And there's no water there, no privy, nothing except maybe a view of the New York City skyline at night. I've already seen the view on several of the ridges getting around here. So I didn't go down to the shelter. I found a nice grassy spot up at the top that was perfect. It looked perfect. So I arrived there around 6, I guess, and pitched my tent, and it was good to go. About an hour later, a group of about 5 or 6 campers show up. They say they're ex-thru hikers, and they're celebrating one of them's birthday party. So they've packed up a bunch of beer and pot and food and come up, and they were planning on the very spot where I set my tent up is where they were going to have their party. Literally, they built the campfire 6 feet from my tent. And people were still arriving at their party at 10 o'clock last night. Party went on till 2:30 this morning, 6 feet from my tent. Now, had they been real thru hikers, they'd have known, you know, the next day is going to be, today, it's going to be 100 degrees, and you got to get out and make some miles early. Anyway, and that wasn't the worst of it. There was somebody, there was a overlooked ledge, maybe 10 yards, 20 yards away, and somebody had brought up a freaking boombox, and I don't mean just any kind of boombox. I mean loud, super low frequencies, and he's playing this like acid house stuff till 2:30 in the morning over on that ledge. And I mean loud, and I mean the low end was like, you know, like those cars in the street where they shake that, you know, boom, boom, boom. And I mean my tent was vibrating. I'm like, are you kidding me? What could have been the best campsite ever, because it was Friday night and there's a parking lot about a mile away. All the locals come up to this place to party. Unbelievable. So even with my earplugs in, till 2:30 in the morning, there was a party going on 6 feet from my tent, and a disco going on 20 feet away, 20 yards away, that was just thumping low end all night. To his credit, though, some of the music was interesting. It was mainly instrumental music, and I actually thought some of the arrangements were pretty clever. And whoever it was, you know, had a very unique taste in music, and very focused. And the programming was actually kind of good. But, you know, I needed to get some sleep. And here it is, you know, approaching the middle of the day, and temperatures are soaring, and I'm having to stop because I'm overheating coming up the mountains. I'm letting my shirt dry out so I can at least go down the other side of the mountain with a dry shirt before I sweat it out again up the next mountain. Anyway, life on the Appalachian Trail. Oh, by the way, I just met a guy back at the zoo who started March 25th, the day after I started. He's from Michigan. His trail name is Mittens. Big tall guy, I don't know, maybe 6'6". Just graduated college. Obviously from Michigan, because I jokingly said something about go Buckeyes or go Bucks, and oh buddy, he was like ready to unfriend me immediately. Anyway, Mittens. He's keeping about the same pace I am.